uncovering the secrets of sweet potato skin, from the kitchen to the microscope. Opening puzzle in the kitchen. Have you ever boiled a sweet potato and suddenly wondered why the skin is so thin? Why does it peel so easily? And why are there those curious brown spots? Let's take a look under a microscope, and it turns out the tiny world inside the sweet potato skin is amazing. In this video, we'll dive into all of these oddities one by one. Get ready, let's discuss. Part 1. Why is her skin as thin as paper? Why is the skin of the honey sweet potato so thin? Sometimes it's even transparent when held up to the light. True honey sweet potatoes come from areas with loose, nutrient-rich volcanic soil that's easily penetrated by roots. In soft soil, the sweet potato doesn't need to bother creating a thick protective barrier. It focuses more on storing sugar in its flesh. If you compare it to a regular sweet potato grown in hard soil, its skin is definitely rougher and thicker. So, the thin skin is actually a sign that this sweet potato lives in a friendly environment. But remember, because it's thin, it's also more susceptible to injury. Part 2. Brown spots. Should them be peeled or are they a blessing? Now, look at the skin again at the beginning of the video. There are dark brown spots, sometimes resembling caramel. This is what often makes people doubt. Is it fungus? Is the sweet potato rotting? Brown spots on fresh, firm sweet potatoes are usually not a disease, but rather the oozing of sugar sap. Sweet potatoes have an unusually high sugar content as the sweet potato begins to ripen or after being stored for a few days. Internal pressure causes the sweet liquid to seep to the surface through the skin's natural pores. The liquid then dries, leaving a sticky brown spot. This is actually a sign that the sweet potato is at its peak sweetness. But be careful if the spots are accompanied by a soft texture, holes, or an unpleasant aroma. It's a sign of spoilage. So differentiate between honey spots and rot spots. Part 3. The boil that disassembles the structure. When boiled, the skin of the sweet potato peels off very easily. Sometimes, even without peeling, the skin peels off on its own. Why? This is due to physical and chemical processes working together. Hot water penetrates the thin skin, then dissolves the intercellular adhesive called pectin. This pectin is what normally holds the skin together with the sweet potato flesh. Once dissolved, the skin is only a matter of seconds before it falls off. Then, when viewed under a microscope, the boiled skin looks like a mosaic of fragments, peeling off in many layers. Why not intact? Because the skin of the sweet potato is actually composed of several super thin layers: the epidermis, periderm, and phellogen. Each layer has its own pectin. When boiled, all layers lose their adhesiveness and disintegrate individually. Part 4. The fading gold. Where did it go? The initially golden yellow skin of the sweet potato turns pale, almost grayish-white after being boiled. When examined under a microscope, only a small amount of the yellow color remains, seemingly fading. It turns out that the golden yellow color comes from natural pigments called flavonoids and carotenoids. And the good news is, these pigments are water-soluble. When we boil, these pigments diffuse out of the skin layer and into the cooking water. This is why boiled sweet potato water often takes on a brownish-yellow color, similar to tea. This is not damage, but a natural process. In fact, these soluble pigments are powerful antioxidants. So if you drink boiled sweet potato water clean, you actually get the antioxidant benefits too. Part 5. Hidden fishing net patterns. It looks like a beautiful pattern, like rope embroidery or a fishing net. Seriously, it's neat, orderly, and stunning. What are those? They're stone cells, or scleriids, in the sweet potato's natural protective tissue, designed to protect it from pests and water loss. These cells are very dense and contain lignin, making them resistant to heat damage. When boiled, the surrounding soft tissue, parenchyma, softens and partially disintegrates, leaving behind a framework of stone cells that form a mesh-like woven pattern. Their remarkable function is that this pattern is what keeps the sweet potato skin, though thin, strong enough to protect the flesh during growth. Part 6. Is the skin of boiled sweet potato edible? Is it safe or not? If the skin contains stone cells and pigment, is it safe to eat? Is it even nutritious? The answer is safe and nutritional, as long as it is washed thoroughly before boiling and there are no rotten parts. Boiled sweet potato skin contains high levels of insoluble fiber, which is very good for digestion. In addition, the skin also contains antioxidants, although some are already soluble in water, as well as minerals such as potassium and iron. So if you eat sweet potato skin with the skin, you get a bonus of fiber and micronutrients that are usually wasted. Conclusion: a wonderful small world. So, who would have thought that we could learn so much from the humble sweet potato skin? The thin skin teaches us about plant adaptation. The brown spots reveal how sweet this sweet potato is. The fishnet pattern under the microscope reveals the secrets of a previously unseen protective structure. Closing. So, what do you think? Are you now curious to examine your own version of sweet potato skin under a microscope, or try eating it fresh? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy this exciting exploration. Share it with your friends who enjoy cooking sweet potatoes, so they won't be confused by the skin again. See you in the next video. Stay curious and keep exploring. It turns out that small things can hold big wonders. Finally, thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video.